Good morning, everybody. This is the second day I'm going out hunting for Maine Spring Turkey 2021. We got two for opening day. I can get one more, so we're going to try for a long beard. I've got one, he looks like a pretty good bird. We're going to go after him today. He's all by himself. He doesn't have any hens, so hopefully with a decoy and some calling, we can get him to come out of the woods and into the field. This is actually the first spring turkey hunt that I've ever done just on my own. I've always gone with either my dad or friends, so this is going to be a lot of fun just to see if I can draw one out of the woods myself. Enough of me talking. It is early, so like I said, enough of me talking. Let's get out in the woods and do some hunting.
Got it. Yes!
Oh man, I'm super pumped. So that was crazy. So he was actually roosted like maybe 100 yards, 150 yards next to me. And I didn't realize it until I actually sat down. So I put the decoy down. He started firing off as I was coming across the field. I was like, holy crap. But it sounded like, I think there's another tom down in here. Anyways, so started firing off in the woods. I was like, holy cow, that's early. And so I set up the decoy right here. And when I sat down, I could hear him. Sorry, I'm out of breath a little bit. That's exciting. I could hear him. He was right on the other side of the wood line. And so I'm like, holy cow, holy cow. And I was like, he's not far. Well, then he started walking away from me. Where the heck is he going? He walks away, walks away, walks away. And I thought he was going to go completely away from me. Well, then he ended up turning and coming back. And he walked right up over the knoll. And I stopped calling as soon as I saw him. And as soon as he saw the decoy, he was fully committed. And he came in, and the rest was all she wrote. But let's take a look at the turkey I got. Oh, I'm so excited. There he is, right there. Whew. Got my old Frankie Affinity. And this actually, slate call, Jeremy just gave to me yesterday. Thanks, Jeremy. That freaking came in clutch today. Awesome. But there he is. There's his beard. You do not know how satisfying it is to be able to do this on my own. This is my first solo hunt, calling and everything. And I put a tom down on the ground. Spring turkey. I wish I could explain the feeling that I have right now. It's not really something you can explain. You just have to go out and do this. This is amazing. I'm hooked. Man, so cool. Alright everybody, we are back. It is the next day. We've got our 2 turkeys for the season. We shot a Jake opening day, then the next day we shot a tom. And so basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show everybody how I prepare it. I've heard of a lot of people doing turkey nugs. My buddy Jeremy, the one who we went hunting with opening day, he makes turkey nugs and they are absolutely phenomenal. They're great. We're going to cook these ones a different way, kind of like the same way that we do duck. And I'm going to show you my recipe on what I do, because for wild turkey, from my experience from having it before, you've got to find a way to make the meat tender, and it can be a little gamey sometimes. So I'm going to show you my recipe to help tenderize it and to help take some of that gaminess out. So check this out. This is my recipe. Okay, to get started with this marinade, first what I'm going to do is I'm going to put brown sugar in this. Now normally I will put dark brown sugar in it, but all I have is just light brown right now. So I'm going to put a bunch of this in there. A lot. Probably like, probably coat the whole bottom. Like that. If you only have light brown sugar, that is okay, because you can just put in a little bit of molasses. I wouldn't put in a lot, just a little bit. And that'll kind of help get a little bit of more of that sweet, come on now, sweet flavor there. Okay, like I said, not a whole lot, just a little bit. Next ingredient, soy sauce. You want to put a lot of this in here. Bam. Just like that. Next, pure sesame seed oil. Now I'm doing this all by hand. You can measure this out if you want, or do your best to measure it out. I just kind of do my best here. Next, just a little bit of crushed red pepper, just to give it a little peppery taste and a little spice. Bam. Not too much. Next, garlic powder. Now, for me, I need to be careful about how much garlic powder I put in this. I don't put raw garlic in here because frankly, I don't like it. It's a texture thing. I don't know. But I do like garlic powder. But if you put too much garlic powder in it, it gets a little bit of a weird aftertaste. So you only want just enough to get a little bit of that taste. Put some green peppers and some onions in there for flavor. The last ingredient is an apple. Now I use apple because this is what I've got right now. Most of the time I like using a kiwi. A kiwi, it seems like it's got more acidity into it and it helps break down meat better. If I had a kiwi, I'd be using that, but for today, we got an apple and it'll do the trick. So I cut the apples into pieces, squeeze the juice, like that. And then just take it and plop it in. These are just pieces that cut off the core. Just some extra pieces. I'm not even going to squeeze those. I'm just going to throw those in. Like that. Take your spoon. Just stir it all together. Make sure all the sugar and molasses is mixed in there. Take a little bit, give it a taste. Yep, that's right on. Perfect. There's a marinade. So we're gonna set that off to the side. All right, everybody, there's one of our turkey breasts right there. This is off the Jake we shot opening day. So the big important thing that I found with gamier meats, you see any kind of like that membrane, you want to cut that off. Just throw it in the trash, obviously. Anything like this or fattier pieces, you want to cut it off without cutting off a lot of the meat. You don't want to waste any of that. The other thing you want to do too is make sure that there's no feathers left on the breast. Sometimes it's hard to get it all, but just do your best. I'm sure a few on there aren't gonna kill you, but it just kind of alters the taste of the meat a little bit. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut it into cubes. And as I cut it into cubes, a piece of green pepper on it, I'm going to put it right into the marinade. So when I cut it, these ones are a little small. I usually like to have a cube about that big, sometimes bigger. I'm just going to dump those in the marinade that are right next to me. I'm not going to film that just because I'm trying to get it cut up, cubed up. That right there is what the meat on a wild turkey looks like. As you can see, it's a little darker than chicken, but it's a white meat. All right. Those cubes are a little bit what I like, a little bit better what I like, just the bigger ones there. All right, there's our turkey meat in our marinade. Just stir it in. Make sure it's all nice, well coated. Doesn't look like it, there's actually quite a bit of meat in there. That's a great thing about a turkey breast is that it's got so much meat on just one of them, it's great. Blam, just like that. So we're gonna put the cover on that Tupperware and we're gonna put it in the fridge. We're gonna let it marinate. Normally I'd let it marinate for 24 hours. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that because I want to give everybody want everybody to see what the final product actually looks like, and this is the best way to do that. So we're gonna let it soak for 24 hours. I will we'll cook these things up tomorrow and see how they come out. All right, everybody, it's been 5 hours. I know I was gonna wait until tomorrow to cook this up to let it marinate, but I really can't wait. I really want to try it and really show everybody what the meat looks like when it's cooked up. So we're gonna take a couple pieces out of the marinade right now and we're gonna see how it tastes. All right, everybody, so it's done. We got one other piece that's just finishing up cooking right now, but I just want everybody to see. Check that out, everybody. Oh yeah. Perfectly cooked. No pink in the middle. That is, hold on, let me shut my stove off. That's unbelievable. That's really good. Tender, oh my word, tender. I don't know if it's just this bird or maybe the apple and the seasonings or whatever, but holy cow. I mean, here's a bigger piece. Let's try this piece. That's really good. That is probably the best turkey I've had. I'm not just saying it because that's how I normally cook it, but it was only shot a couple days ago. I'm the one who cleaned it. I did everything. You got to try this marinade that I showed you all. It's really good. Tastes like teriyaki chicken. It literally tastes like teriyaki chicken, but the turkey is so tender. Even for a tougher piece like this piece is pretty tough and it's still really tender. I'm really impressed with how that came out. Can't wait. Sorry. I can't wait to see how it comes out wrapped in bacon and jalapeno and cream cheese, because we want to do it that way. But man, I would totally just fry that up and eat it over rice or in a stir fry. Wow, that's phenomenal. That's really good. Thank you for joining me. Oh, this was so much fun, as always. We got to go out, shoot a turkey, and then clean it and eat it, and what more can you ask for? Just really, really successful hunt, and there's not a whole lot more that I can say besides that was absolutely delicious and this was super memorable. So thank you all for joining me, and until next time, see you later.